Warning, the following contains language unsuitable for minors. If you're under the age of 18 and have not heard the word fuck before, well, you have now.
Oh yeah, it's the weekend, and you know what that means. It's time for the most entertaining hour of your weekend. It's time for Pixels and Bits on the OverShield.com. With your hosts, Corey and Parker. And now, broadcasting from the HQ in Missouri, it's time for Pixels and Bits. Welcome on to Pixels and Bits on the OverShield.com. My name is Corey. Hi. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 5 of Pixels and Bits this weekend. My name is Corey, and we don't have Parker today, but instead we got one of our great friends.
Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm a writer for the OverShield, and hi.
Well, that's Andrew.
I don't know. I have a YouTube. My name is Nico411 on there. Go check me out. Today I'll be taking, like I said, I'll be taking the place of Parker for Pixel and Bits, and I'm excited to be here. Very, very happy to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you here too, Andrew. Now, before we jump into our news desk, I do have an update on Parker, and it's a bit of bad news. He is not coming back for quite some time. It's kind of undetermined how long he will be gone. He has decided to withdraw from Pixels and Bits and pretty much mostly OverShield for now to focus on his studies. And we hope he has a successful semester, his studies and everything. And we wish him the best of luck. Everybody here at the OverShield, we wish him the best of luck. And this by no means does not mean that he is no longer part of the staff. He is still part of the staff. It's just that he's on hiatus.
Exactly. But you do have some good news with kind of the temporary subtraction of a team member. We did add someone.
This is true. We did get a new team member. We have accepted a new writer, and his name is Richard Combs from Blistered Thumbs and the Geek Gallery, and he is working on some reviews for us for the indie game. He will be doing indie game reviews for us, and I've seen his work. It's spectacular, and I cannot wait, and hopefully you guys can't wait for some of his pieces that will be coming out soon. And at this, I'm just happy to have Richard here, and it's all thanks to Andrew here. It's all thanks to Andrew, actually.
You're welcome. I know, I'm great. I can let you know firsthand. He's very good. I've personally worked with him before on my personal podcast called The Pre-Rendered Show. I'm a part of his website, The Geek Gallery, and I've known him for quite a while. And he always puts out very good stuff. And you guys should be looking forward to his reviews and everything he's going to be contributing towards the website.
Alright. Well, it's time to get into... Alright, it's time to get into that section. It's time to jump into the Pixels and Bits news desk. Hit the music! Alright, so... I got quite a few stories here. Hold on, actually I just closed one. Okay, first up, big news story is THQ is in a bit of trouble.
Well, when aren't they in trouble?
This is true, but they are laying off employees left and right. The NASDAQ has left them a warning because a trade on the NASDAQ, on the stock market, you have to meet the dollar minimum per trade. Well, THQ has been below that, and now the NASDAQ has said that if you do not raise up your stocks to $1 within I think it's like 90 days or something like that. So it's like you got 3 months to raise it up, and if you can't raise it up, we remove you from the NASDAQ, and then THQ cannot be traded anymore.
That's not good.
No,
That's
it's not
bad.
good. It's really bad. Actually, I'm sorry. It's not 80. It's not 90 days. It's 180 days. So they got right around 6 months to get it turned around, and then they're cutting. Let's see, 170 staff members from their UK region, and it's just getting bad. They've even delayed pretty much most of their 2014 calendar. Delayed or just canceled. Some of their games, Metro Last Light, which is the sequel to Metro 2033, I was looking really forward to, has been delayed to next year.
Well, I'll be honest. I never played a lot of THQ games. When I do play them, this is kind of a guilty pleasure of mine. I like to play the WWE games and the UFC games. I'm more into that kind of stuff. I've never actually played any of their other games, even though I believe it was them. I was interested in Homefront when it came out.
They got Crytek working on Homefront 2 right now. They're working on a Warhammer MMO. Oh wait, but it's being pushed back to 2014. And really the only big game they have coming out is Darksiders 2. Which I'm really looking forward to because I love the first one.
I never played the first one, but I heard from a lot of people it was a Zelda clone.
I think like Zelda combined with God of War, and there you go. It's pretty good. I think it's fantastic, and you can pick it up for like $15 now. It's a great buy. All right, so let's move on to our next story. Just a little bit tidbit here.
Right on.
A new president of Sony has been named.
The devil?
Hirai.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, Kazuo Hirai is now taking over as president and chief executive officer of Sony, or as I like to call him, Ridge Racer.
$599 US. $599 US. Sorry, was I the only one that got that?
I know I got that. I love that joke.
Cricket.
But yeah, he's been a part of Sony since 1984, and so I think it's interesting to someone who is a game producer, game developer, is now taking over pretty much a huge company such as Sony. He does have a bit of a challenge on his hands just because the company has reported huge financial losses, and it's kind of like a ship that's kind of tilting in the water right now.
Well, I would think so. I can't even think of what it's called right now. I think the PSP Go, is that what it was called?
Don't you mean the Vita?
No, not the Vita. The one, see? You don't even remember. The Go...
you're talking about the Go, the download-only one that failed horribly?
Exactly. That didn't do so well. And so I could imagine their, stuff's going down, and I hope the Vita does well. I'm interested in the Vita, but I don't have money for the Vita because Sony always has this problem of overpricing their stuff.
Now, I just recently, today, actually got hands-on onto a Vita. I was at a Best Buy, and apparently some of the supervisors there are walking around with Vitas strung around their necks. And I was just like, can I see it? And I tried it, and it's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. The controls, like the buttons, they feel like if you want to compare like how big the buttons are and the D-pad and everything compared to what it was the PSP, they're about half the size. It feels very cramped in terms of the buttons. The sticks, the range of motion to me felt more limited than what I thought it was going to be. So everything to me feels cramped because of the really big screen that's there, and the touchpad in the back. I could never understand why that's there. It's a cool piece of hardware. To me, it felt cramped. The screen felt too big. It felt like they threw it in terms of screen size. It's like an iPhone or an Evo, but then with controls added to the side of it. And then if you have the controls inside of it, the thing's so big you can't pocket it.
Well, I guess the question is the one of the questions I have are the joysticks better than the PSP joystick?
These actually use analog sticks instead of a circle pad.
Oh, okay. So
The analog sticks, blows the PSP circle pad out of the water. However, I do like the 3DS's circle pad.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's an actual pretty good sized circle pad, and so it's not like a little stub that the PSP had. To me, it's an impressive device, but it's just it just feels way too cramped, and the thing itself I feel is way too big. So now we're getting a little bit off topic, so I'm just going to move us on to the next story. Next story is Ubisoft is stupid.
Yes, I have heard of this. They're changing something to do with their PC games or something like that, and then they're not going to be available, correct?
No. I thought you were talking about the story I talked about. I'm thinking of the story from episode 3, the missing episode. That one never came out.
So I guess Ubisoft's stupid in for a bunch of different reasons right now.
The story I was thinking of involved DRM, but essentially what happened is that some of their PC games, what they're doing is Ubisoft is updating all its servers. And this means
there we go. That's what it was.
The data will be migrated to new servers, and some of the games and some of the games that have online features, the games that have online features will be unavailable. However, there is a problem. A lot of Ubisoft's games that even are just single player only, like Assassin's Creed, requires that you have a constant internet connection. Therefore, since you aren't able to connect to Ubisoft, you can't play the games.
Which defeats the purpose.
Yeah, which defeats the purpose of DRM. You're just screwing over the customer, and guess what? This doesn't hurt the pirates in any way because they got a hacked version without the DRM.
Exactly.
So, Ubisoft is just stupid. I don't think. I'm just always been curious. It's like, have they got the message that people hate this?
I seriously think a lot of gaming companies don't listen to the public anymore.
That's true, I guess. Good example, Capcom, or as I like to call them, Crapcom.
Pretty much. They weren't so bad, at least in my opinion, until this whole Mega Man thing happened this past year.
I'm still feeling pretty sore about Mega Man.
Mega Man Legends and Mega Man Universe, and
just Mega Man in general, and that, and when I'm just going to throw in another quick story here. They unveiled a new character for Sony platform exclusive only, and it was just like, oh, it's Mega Man. Everybody's like, oh my God, Mega Man's coming. Well, guess what? It was not the version of Mega Man that we all wanted. Instead, it's the Mega Man from the very first box art, who was like this fat-looking guy in a weird spacesuit holding a laser gun. It was the stupidest. It's one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. It's widely ridiculed. It's kind of I would say it's kind of a famous game meme, I'm guessing.
Oh, come on. It's awesome. I love it. I'm on the opposite side. I think that's totally awesome. The only thing I think that people are complaining about is that a lot of people can interpret this as a virtual slap to the face because Mega Man Legends and Mega Man Universe didn't come out, so people are just, people could think that this is Capcom's way of saying, well, he's old, washed up, no one wants to think of him anymore. But it's the exact opposite. It's trying to play the nostalgia, but people are taking it the wrong way because these games haven't come out. And you know what? I'm a big fan of it.
Now, here's the worst part about it. Well, to me, it's like you said you call it a slap in the face. I call it a big dick slap to the face. To me, what makes it worse is like when you pull up, they revealed like his bio, the character's bio and everything. And guess what his bio was?
What's that?
It was the bio of Mega Man Volnut from Mega Man Legends. That they go around hunting treasures with his friend Roll and this and that. And I'm just like, oh dear God.
Like I said, a lot of people are either way about it, but I don't see any harm in doing it. Yeah, like, I don't know. There's not a whole lot to say about it other than the fact that people are really split about it. I personally find it funny and enjoyable, and I wanted to pick up the game anyway, and now I want to pick it up even more now that I get to play as a washed-up Mega Man and a Pac-Man riding a Mokujin.
I just want a new Mega Man game. I'm sorry that's an actual Mega Man game. Oh well. Next story. Last week we talked about how Sony has come out and said that they are not planning to come out with a PS4. And
Well, I didn't talk about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Me and Cullum talked about it. And we thought it'd be interesting if Microsoft unveiled a new console. Well, Microsoft has come out and said that they're confirming that there are no new plans for a console release this year, which means, hey, there will be nothing new in 2012.
Good.
Doesn't necessarily mean that there won't be anything in 2013.
Still, that's good. More just for personal reasons. For a long time, my Xbox was broken. I bought a white one, and it was broken for a long time. And I just got the new black one, and I would be very annoyed if they just announced a new console. So I just finally caught up, and I'm just barely getting new games, which I'm loving.
Let's see. I've had one of the original launch models.
That thing broke down on me.
With the 20 gigabyte hard drive and everything, it broke twice, and the last time it broke was 2006, 2007.
See, but this is actually my second new black one already, because within 2 weeks of me getting the new black Xbox, it broke.
Really?
Yes, it wouldn't open anymore.
Oh, that's easy to do. Chad on Screw Attack put up a fix for that.
Oh, well, I didn't know. But I think it's a good thing because let's say that a new system is in development. Well, there were speculations that they were going to, possibly release it or announce it this year, but the fact that they're saying they're not going to do it, they could take a whole another year to try to fix stuff like that. So there won't have to be fixes on the internet by Chad.
True. Alright, so, next story. There's been an email going around saying this is like, hey, here's a Halo 4 beta. Please register, send us your email, this and that.
I've heard about this.
And then it turns out the site's fake. This is a phishing scam. Essentially, the site was called like Halo4Beta.com or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some guy bought it and he started sending out a phishing scam to try and get people to send him money, and then supposedly he would give them codes to the beta or something like that. Well, this is complete BS.
Troll.
Yeah, big troll. And Microsoft is trying to get the site shut down and then buy the domain.
Which is the right thing to do. I've never been a big fan of Halo, so
I've been a fan of Halo since kind of day one, and I've read the books and everything, so I think it's awesome. So I'm interested in Halo 4 just because it's not Bungie.
I am not.
Yeah.
I cannot stand the Halo franchise, and if you ever, sidetrack just real quick, if you ever go back and listen to any of the episodes of my podcast, my partner is an absolute Halo lover, has everything, and me and him get in arguments all the time. I do not like Halo.
Oh, I guess I'm the partner that loves Halo, I guess.
I know, you're everywhere. He has a personality of a bag of bricks.
Alright, so got some interesting stuff here about next story. We got some interesting stuff concerning the Wii U, Nintendo's next new console, and it is not a Wii with a new add-on. It is a brand new console that just people keep getting confused about that one.
Super Wii.
It's said to be a great pickup line. It says, hey, you want to come back to my place and play with my Super Wii? Alright, so the next story, this involves that the Wii U, Nintendo has announced that the Wii U will be arriving this year. It will arrive by Christmas.
I'm not sure how it'll sell. Christmas time is a good time to release it. I'm not saying that. It's just, like you already said, unless they have plans Well, I'm not sure if they actually said this, so I apologize, but if they don't have plans to rename it, then I'm not sure it'll sell well, because you said that a lot of people are confused, and it's pretty simple. A lot of people will already think, I already have a Wii, why do I need this Wii U?
Exactly, because I remember when they showed off the demo at E3, I was watching the E3 press conference and everything, and when they just showed the controller, I'm like, the hell is this? Is it just a new tablet? And then when I found out that there was like all the games like Darksiders 2 and stuff coming to it, I'm like, okay, there has to be more to it than just the controller. And this is like, yes, it's a new console, Nintendo. They conveyed that pretty poorly, so that's why they're re-unveiling it this year. And there's a rumor that the Wii U may get a brand new name.
It better. Because the Wii U is terrible.
Super Wii sounds pretty good right now.
Exactly.
Alright, so that
64.
is the end of the news desk, and it is time to move on to the middle segment. And Andrew, you got us the middle segment topic?
Yes, I do have a middle segment topic, and we kind of discussed it a little bit earlier. Today we're going to be talking about Capcom memories. Because I am a huge fan of Capcom, maybe not so much lately, because they've been very shady lately. But I'm looking forward to their new release, Ashura's Wrath, which is coming out, and it just made me think, well, let's think back and talk about some Capcom memories. You know, before you decide to start calling them Crapcom and...
Before
you
the
know,
whole
just...
Mega Man fiasco and shit.
Exactly. So, since I brought up the middle segment, why don't you start, Corey? What are some of your better Capcom memories?
I'm gonna try my best to be positive about this one, because it's hard to think about Capcom and not be pissed off at them for me. So, I would say one of my fondest memories is being at the local arcade and playing Street Fighter. And like me and my friends, we would go there on the weekend or like after school or something like that, and then we would just blow through quarters. Our parents would get pissed at us for blowing through all the quarters and everything, and we would just. I remember like one time we had there was like these two high school kids going at it, and they were doing. I mean, they were like really, really good at it too, and we started taking bets with quarters, saying like which kid will win and this and that, and I remember just like I'll put down like 8 quarters or something down on this kid or something like that, and it was pretty good, and that's just one of my fondest memories was Street Fighter gambling in the arcades.
Alright, so here's another quick question about Capcom for you before I start. Do you have a favorite Capcom game? You know, like a home release game? Or has most of your stuff been within the arcades?
Oh boy. The arcades do hold a lot of fond memories for me. And in terms of like a favorite Capcom game, God, I'm gonna have to go with probably Mega Man X.
That's a solid choice there.
I think Ego Raptor's video when he came out, when he was explaining how the design of the game is so perfect, or as he liked to call it, why Mega Man X makes my dick rock hard.
Right on cars.
But it's he point, and it's kind of like when I was a kid I loved it, and then like when I watched that video, it just made me realize it's like, wow, that truly was a great game, and I just didn't realize all those great design aspects that I just kind of just like I went with, and if you look at it, how the game was designed and everything, it was like one of the perfect introductions for the player and everything. It was perfectly designed, and I just thought it was great. It, like, if you went and started in an area, there would be clear indications almost immediately saying that, like, hey, you're probably in the right area, you have the weapons, or have defeated the right bosses and gained their abilities to go through this one, or not. So, like, when I
Exactly.
started up Mega Man Mega Man X recently, I completely forgot the actual order you're supposed to go in. That would make it pretty much like, no, I wouldn't say the easiest order, but the right order that would help you out the most.
Yeah.
And I completely forgot about it. So I started off on Flame Mammoth. And, man, I got screwed over so bad. I'm like, okay, well, how about Spark Mandrill? Nope, wrong again. So I'm just like, God damn it, which one is it? And then I remembered, oh, it's that stupid little penguin guy, Chill Penguin or something like that. And so, like,
exactly.
and then when I got to him, I'm like, man, this guy's easy. And then it's just like, and it made me, it's just, I mean, easy compared to like Spark Mandrill and Flame Mammoth. Those guys are hard if you're just starting out with basic stuff and you don't got dash or anything. If you're fighting Flame Mammoth without dash, you're screwed. If you don't have the dash ability, you're absolutely screwed.
Yeah.
And Chill Penguin just made it so much. After I beat Chill Penguin, I then went after Flame Mammoth. That made it much more easy. And then just like it's by experimenting through the levels you figure out which one's the best. And from a design aspect, it's probably one of the best designed 2D platformers I've ever played. Best being probably Super Mario Brothers or Super Mario Brothers 3. I'm still split on that one. But those are my fond Capcom memories. So. There you go. Gambling in the arcades, a Street Fighter, and then
riding on cars
in Mega Man X. And if you guys don't understand the reference of the riding on cars or anything involving Ego Raptor, just go to YouTube and type in Ego Raptor, which is EGO Raptor. And type in Mega Man X afterwards, and probably watch one of the greatest videos I've ever seen. The guy seriously should be a game designer. He knows his shit.
He's going to be on the tester.
Actually, I think the tester's is done, like the filming and everything. He said he can't talk about it though.
Yeah, well, of course not.
Yeah. So, all right. So
same thing.
So what about you?
Does that mean it's my turn?
That's your turn.
Well. My favorite Capcom memories. I've always been a fan of Capcom. When I was younger, I had an NES, and this isn't my favorite memory. This is just the first time I ever played a Capcom game, because I didn't even realize it was a Capcom game. I was playing with my older brother, and we were playing Mega Man 1, and I had no idea what it was. Looking back, all I remember is that it was very different than the other games, with the level selection and everything. But one of my favorite memories, is the very first time I ever played Resident Evil 4. I tried playing through the other Resident Evil games, I just could not play them. I did not like them. The tank controls and everything, yeah, you can always make the argument that they were scarier, or, but Resident Evil 4, not only is it one of the best games ever made, at least in my opinion, but it was just so much different, and it was the very first game I ever played like that. It was my very first real shooter, and it was my very first real horror game that I actually saw all the way to the end, and I actually got my friend hooked on it, and we beat the whole thing. And so, I know it's not exactly a memory, I'm not gambling on things like some people, but yeah, that would probably be my favorite Capcom memory, and I know Resident Evil 4 is kind of still up in the air with some people, because some people complain that it's not like the older ones, but in my opinion it's better. And my opinion's always right.
And I can tell you're looking forward to Resident Evil 6, considering you sent me an email saying, can I do the Resident Evil 6 review? And I'm like, sure, even though there's no release date.
What do you mean no release date? It's coming out later this year.
That's all we know. It's like a lot of games. It's like BioShock Infinite. We know it's coming out this year. We just don't know when.
Oh, I don't care. All I know is I call it early so no one else can take it. Now, my favorite Capcom game, there's a lot of different Capcom games I really like. I really like a game called Chaos Legion, which a lot of people probably haven't heard of. It's kind of a hack and slash like God of War, except you can summon out these little people to help you, and that's always fun. And then I absolutely adore the Phoenix Wright series. and I don't know why. You would think a lawyer game would not be fun, but it is.
Objection.
Objection! And then Street Fighter, there's a lot of different games, but if I ultimately had to go down and choose one, it would most likely either be the very first Phoenix Wright game or Resident Evil 4. I'm still kind of stuck between the two, which, if you think about it, those two are complete polar opposites in games. I mean, Phoenix Wright, lawyer, puzzle game, use your head. Resident Evil, go shoot crap.
And use your head to survive. Or try and keep your head.
Yeah, that's true. So you don't get chainsawed.
God, I almost crapped my pants the first time I saw that guy.
Oh, that scared the crap out of me too, because it was my first one. I'm like, okay, this is intense. I'm inside the house, people are outside, I'm keeping them off. All of a sudden I hear a chainsaw. I'm like, holy crap, what's that? And I turn around and he's right there. I'm like, oh crap. You shoot him with the pistol. He doesn't stop like all the other zombies, and chainsawed my head off, and I stopped playing for a little bit.
It's like, oh god, I can do it, I can stop him. No! This is
right?
Aww. It's depressing. Man, I hate this game.
But yeah, that's my stuff. And then the reason I was talking about this is because I'm looking forward to the new Ashura's Wrath game. And, Capcom has made some questionable decisions lately, but ultimately I'm still a fan of them, and I'll still support them because through the good times and bad, Capcom has at least always released quality games. And they have been accused of releasing Street Fighter 4 Ultra Turbo Rain Black 3rd Arcade Edition.
That didn't bother me so much as releasing Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and not have the extra characters as DLC by making the excuse saying that, like, oh, we can't do it because of the servers, because of the tsunami. And I'm thinking, well,
no,
I can understand that excuse if it was, like, 4 months or something from that day, but it had been almost like 9 months by that point. By that time by the game was released, I know Japan is not nearly as bad of a state as it was 9 months ago, but and you're still releasing all this DLC and everything, and
I don't know.
It's an excuse to grab money.
They at least released it at a lower price than the original.
That's understandable, but that same thing happened with Super Street Fighter 4. But I didn't like But to me, I think the fact that what made it hurt more, or whatever, I guess, is the fact that it was released so quickly. Yeah.
I haven't picked up either one, and I love the Ultimate. A little known fact: I was at EB Games and I picked up a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 used for $70.
Does EB Games still exist?
It was EB Games back at the time, back in the day, as they call it.
I was about to say, they don't exist outside the U.S. Well, inside the U.S.
It was back in the day. We were looking, and I was just looking for something really cheap with my dad, and we were kind of down on our luck. He just got out a loan and stuff, and it was funny. At least looking back, not then, my mom was pissed. We went in and I was just looking for something really cheap, $1, $2, and I was looking. I looked off, and I saw it in the glimmer of my eye. There was a used copy, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 there, for $70. And I was just like, Dad, get it. He's like, what are you talking about? We're, some other personal stuff, but basically we were down on our luck, and he got it for me. And my mom was pissed.
I can understand why she was pissed.
Yep, and then the worst thing, that game got stolen from me, so I don't even have it anymore.
So, that is the end of the middle segment. Capcom memories.
Yep.
God, I wish they could start putting out good ones now. So, let's move on to my favorite segment. His favorite segment. Everybody's favorite segment. And yes, I just ripped off Craig. It's time for People Doing Stupid Shit. Hit the music. So, I got 3 good stories here. I think that... Yes.
Wait, Corey. If you're gonna rip it off, you gotta do it right. It's time for... Oh, sorry.
It's time for... people doing stupid shit. Hit the music. So, oh god. So, first story. You ever seen a moose?
I have not seen a moose.
Oh,
no.
Okay, I have to ask you, if a moose was attacking somebody you knew, what would you do?
Try to help them, but I don't know. A moose seems big.
Okay, well, an Alaskan woman who's 85 years old beats back a moose that stomped her husband.
Holy crap! How'd that happen? Did she attack it with her cane?
Apparently, her husband, who was out in the snow or something with their hunting dogs, the moose just charged out of nowhere and started. So he tried to hide in the snow. The moose couldn't find him, so he started stomping. His wife came out thinking that the moose was trying to stomp one of the dogs or something. So she began to hit the moose with a shovel.
Holy crap! I could just imagine, oh, let's just go do something today. All of a sudden a moose comes out of attack, right? Just imagine you're just sitting there, or you're just, I don't know where they live or anything, but you're just watching this. You're seeing this happen before your eyes. A moose attacks a man, an old, decrepit old lady, at least I'm assuming. An 85-year-old comes and beats the crap out of said moose with a shovel.
Yeah, today seems like a good day, honey. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm just gonna go check out in the snow. Holy shit, a moose! Help, help, help!
They had dinner.
Oh, God. I just have to say this. For some of the stuff I read from Alaska, if anybody is from Alaska listening to this, you guys are fucking awesome. God. So, alright, so next story. A woman in Osceola, Colorado, or I'm sorry, Osceola County, I misread that. Osceola County in Florida is accused of using hot sauce to discipline her students.
In what way?
Well, she was a kindergarten teacher, and just like all 85-year-olds do, and I still never understood why we as kids did this, they would like to eat crowns. So,
crowns?
Yes. So to prevent the students from munching on the crowns or like putting the crowns in their mouth or anything like that, she put hot sauce on the crowns.
I don't remember kindergarten. No, there's a real reason for this.
I remember finger painting and nap time.
My mom wouldn't believe me. When I was in kindergarten, did you guys have tricycles that you rode around on?
No.
We did. This one kid hit me upside the back of the head with it.
Damn.
A metal tricycle, and he didn't get in trouble. And I told my mom, and she wouldn't believe me. And so we kept doing it until she came one day, and then I got taken out of kindergarten. So I don't remember a lot of kindergarten.
Well, I do. I just remember finger painting, which was messy, and then just nap time. Good old nap time.
I took a nap too, if you think about it.
As ingenious of an idea as this was to prevent students from putting crowns in their mouths, she has now been removed from the classroom, and the superintendent is now requesting that she be fired.
That's good. Hot sauce is a little bit too much.
Better than wasabi.
That's true.
That's how the Japanese do it.
No, they eat out of toilets.
You do not eat clown. That's horrible.
Oh, that was just bad.
I know, that was so horrible. I feel bad now. Oh God!
Crap.
Let's see. So the last story. So a man. So okay. So if you saw someone who had run their car into a ditch, would you get out and help them?
Yes.
Well, man did that, and he decided to help a man who had run his car into a ditch. he got him out of the ditch and sent him on his way. When he had got home, he found out his home had been broken into and had been vandalized. And
Was it by said man?
it was by said man. The man who he had helped get out of the ditch was the man who had broken into his home.
Where is this from?
This was in Lonesund, Norway.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Florida.
Nope, we only got one Florida story this week, but which was the hot sauce story.
Holy crap, I cannot imagine. What kind of person you need to be to rob the person that just saved your life, you know?
It
was all a ploy.
It's just you get, as soon as you get there, it's like, oh, I'll help this guy out. All right, see you on your way. Ah, man, I can't wait to go home, watch the game. What the hell? Robbed.
Wait.
And I'm trying to figure out how he figured out that it was the same guy. Just wonder if he had like a video camera going on or something, like it was like security camera. Just like going through the footage. Just going through the footage, just like, oh, there's the burglar. What if fuck? It's that guy I helped.
You know, I think it would be the funniest thing, even though I know it's not happening. What if it was all just circumstance? He was on his way to go rob a house. You right? Yeah. And he goes off a ditch because he's drunk. Said guy helps him up, right? And he goes to this neighborhood and he goes, this house looks good. And he steals from the same guy. I know, that did not happen, but I think that would be hilarious.
Well, in the end, nothing of great value was stolen, only a broken down door, some stolen food, drinks, and clothes. The cabin owner had the foresight to have the man identify himself before assisting him out of the ditch, and he is familiar, and he kind of knows the guy's name now. Police have an arrest warrant issued for the man, but he is currently not apprehended.
Oh, jeez. The world today.
Yep. So, that is the end of people doing stupid shit. And, yep, that was fun. I'm not sure what I like better. The guy who helped the robber or the Alaska woman who beat a moose with a shovel.
I don't know, man. That's ridiculous. You know, wow.
Just wow. Alright, so time to move on to our last segment. And that is that we are going to... I'm going to tell you guys about what's coming to the site. First up, since we just got Richard Combs to start working for us, he is working on, I believe, World of Goo. Am I correct, Andrew?
Yes, World of Goo from the Humble Indie Bundle.
Yes, Richard is doing the Humble Indie Bundle. And so... He's currently working on the first game, and just keep moving down the line there. We'll get when we get those, we'll have those up there as soon as possible. And then next I am currently working on a couple reviews. I am working on the voice work for the Assassin's Creed Revelations review. The Minecraft review has been shelved for now. Don't know when that's going to come out there, but it will get released sometime. It's just been shelved just because of everything we're currently working on. Don't have time to do it. Right now, I literally just picked up the review copy for Final Fantasy 13-2. Hooray. Not that enthusiastic about it. But I'll get it done nonetheless, and Tuesday, I will pick up a review copy of Kingdoms of Amalur. The Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning from EA. I am actually looking forward to that, and that's going to be a good one, I think. From what I've played in the demo, I think it's going to be good. I know people are complaining about the bugs that were in the demo, but... most people don't know this, but the developer did come out and say that the build from the demo was actually several months ago. So it's the build from the demo, I believe, was probably the E3 demo.
Alright.
So that's why it's so buggy and everything. That's why it's... ugh.
And then...
Let's see. You know what? I'm blanking here. Andrew, what did I assign you on?
You assigned me... got done sending him the script that I wrote for the El Shaddai Ascension of the Metatron review.
I blanked on that one. Yes, we also have a review of El Shaddai coming.
And Rayman Origins will eventually be coming.
I have another one of our writers possibly working on Soul Calibur 5. Reason I say possibly because I told him to go get it, and I haven't heard back.
So wait, am I allowed to tell him? Am I allowed to tell the audience what you said I could demo for, or no?
What you could demo for?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, and possibly if the boss likes it, there'll be videos for the crypt coming soon.
Yes.
Possibly.
So we're working on a show called The Crypt. The name isn't truly finalized. It's just, but the idea is solid. It's think like Screwed Doug's Video Game Vaults, but we actually review the games instead of just talk about it and stuff like that. And then Colum is working on 2 new shows himself. He's working on the Hall of Fame and the Hall of Shame, and I'm not sure what one of his. I'm not sure. I know he's working on the Hall of Fame first and the Hall of Shame second, and I believe the Hall of Shame first episode might be Kid Cool, but I am not 100% on anything really on that in terms of that show that's going on. Most because most of the people just keep this in mind. Half the people that work for this site, I don't actually directly keep in touch with them. I have Andrew here. I have never actually met Andrew. I have never actually met Colum. We're just all gamers that get together. We're just doing something to provide. I guess best way to say it is provide.
Entertainment.
Entertainment, yeah. Provide entertainment. I mean, I'm just blanking today, God.
It's because we have a passion for games, and that's why.
My passion is overflowing. That's why I'm
Exactly. United gamers for gamers. Exactly.
I think I tried to create a club back in high school. It's called like the United Gamers Club or something, but that didn't work. So I just called it the Xbox Club.
Nah, I tried making a game club too. Doesn't ever work.
No, it died, unfortunately.
Yep.
No, but there was the Zombie Defense League. And we would have zombie Nerf dart wars in the halls of the school after class, and the school was a big school because we had about 2,000 kids.
Anyway, so I'm Asinine Andrew.
We're not wrapping it up yet.
Oh,
we still got our shout-outs. First,
I'm new here.
Oh yes, I forget. So Andrew is unfamiliar with this, but first, my shout-out would like to go to, since we were talking about the subject, Capcom. And my shout out is to Capcom, stop trolling your fans. Seriously. I may sound like a fanboy here. I'm not a big Mega Man fanboy, but just God, as a gamer it feels wrong. Jerked around.
Okay. So I'm not exactly sure how this shout out thing works. So I'm going to try to go. Is it just anything I want?
Anything you want to say. Shout out to a studio. Shout out to your favorite game that you're playing right now.
All right.
Just go, whatever.
Shout out to Goombasaw on YouTube, a.k.a. Richard Coombs, for the Overshield and Blistered Thumbs. Go check him out one more time. Goombasaw, like Goomba, except Goombasaw. He does reviews, top 10s, a bunch of different stuff. Go check him out on YouTube. Very professional, very good.
True. So, I believe that wraps it up for this episode of Pixels and Bits. So, we're just... my name is Corey.
And my name is Andrew.
And I will see you all next week. Bye-bye, folks.